put the policies in place, so that this happens. And indeed, we could see some major breakthrough regarding this. Yes, Vaishali.
All right, Aditya, stay on with me. Now, ahead of the verdict in the charges against ousted PM Sheikh Hasina, Bangladesh has broken into clashes with at least 30 crude bomb explosions and 26 vehicles torched across the country over the past few days. Bangladesh erupted in unrest after the International Crimes Tribunal sentenced former PM Sheikh Hasina to death for crimes against humanity in the deadly crackdown on last year's student uprising. In Dhaka's Dhanmondi 32, the site of Hasina's late father Sheikh Mujibur Rahman's historic home, a violent standoff unfolded as protesters attempted a symbolic demolition. Aditya, what more can you tell us?
The length and breadth of Bangladesh. Since yesterday we saw how the ICT of Bangladesh has, declared a death sentence for the former Bangladeshi PM Sheikh Hasina. And already, we have seen, for the past 1 year since this interim government led by Mohammad Yunus has taken charge of Bangladesh, lawlessness and chaos has spread across Bangladesh. And similarly now, there is again a law and order problem originating in Bangladesh. So we are seeing violent clashes, arsoning and loot, and this has become a norm in Bangladesh since the ouster of the Sheikh Hasina government. And publicly now, this interim government led by Mohammad Yunus has banned the activities of the Awami League. And now the leaders of the Awami, some of the prominent leaders of the Awami League have been secretly doing, starting these campaigns on social media, and now, spreading those campaigns into some other people. So indeed, at this juncture, the situation is, very, very tense as far as Bangladesh is concerned. And in the times to come, in the days to come, we could see some bloody clashes also taking place across the country in Bangladesh. Yes, Vaishali.
All right, Aditya, I'll come back to you. Now, heavy deployment of the army and police has been done outside Sheikh Mujibur Rahman's residence at 32 Dhanmondi in Dhaka. Student protesters opposing Sheikh Hasina demanding that the building be completely demolished, claiming they want to construct a football field at the site. Throughout the day, they clashed with security forces, and even at night, they continued pelting stones from dark corners around the area. Aditya, back to you on this developing story.
Well, absolutely. Now the students, there is a violent uprising of the students that, they want that this residence of Sheikh Mujibur Rahman should be demolished because, but absolutely, we have seen how, this all these things have been going along, and this anti-Awami League environment is across Bangladesh for quite some time now. So indeed, the police is taking no steps, to further, to so that this this incident moves forward. So that is why they're taking, they have guarded the entire residence of Sheikh Mujibur Rahman. And at this juncture, we could see, Bangladesh, going into a very, very dangerous situation now. This is a complete problem of law and order situation that has happened across Bangladesh, and now it needs to be seen whether these violent protests stop post the Bangladesh ICT giving a death sentence for Sheikh Hasina, or whether in the days to come we could see more violent clashes across Bangladesh. Yes, Vaishali.
Stay with me, Aditya. Now, according to reports, the death toll may be up to 50. A civil war-like situation has erupted in Bangladesh. Fierce clashes have broken out between Pakistan and US-backed Mohammad Yunus forces and pro-democracy youth across the country, including Dhaka. Meanwhile, the MEA in its official statement said India remains committed to the best interests of the people of Bangladesh, including in peace, democracy, inclusion and stability in that country. Aditya, what can you tell us about MEA's statement?
Well, absolutely, Vaishali. If you see, the MEA statement had come yesterday in the evening, and they said that they expect that things will get very, very streamlined in Bangladesh, and the MEA expressed its views that that it hopes that all is well for the people of Bangladesh, and they will continue to work with the stakeholders as they have been doing, as India has been doing for the past few years, when Sheikh Hasina was the Prime Minister, of Bangladesh. India many a times, India had provided financial assistance to Bangladesh, and since then, since this interim government led by Mohammad Yunus has come to charge, things have gone very, very problematic for the entire Bangladesh. So indeed, ME expects that the situation will be normalized in the days to come, and the statement that has come yesterday by the Ministry of External Affairs completely shows that the diplomacy is at the top, and at this juncture, it is a wait and watch situation in Bangladesh how the situation further develops, because since post post her ouster Sheikh Hasina has been in India, so indeed now it needs to be seen how things unfold in this scenario. Vaishali.
All right, Aditya, I'll come back to you. Now, the UN Human Rights Office reiterated its opposition to the death penalty in all circumstances, saying that it regrets the imposition of the death penalty for Bangladesh's former Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina, adding that the trials were conducted in absentia. It described the verdict as an important moment for victims of the grave violations committed during the suppression of protests last year. Meanwhile, Bangladesh's interim leader, Mohammad Yunus, has hailed the verdict. Aditya, back to you.
Well, absolutely. This Yunus government, this authoritarian government led by Yunus, is now justifying that this death penalty given to Sheikh Hasina is justified. However, many multilateral organizations like UN are of the view that this should not have been given. That Sheikh Hasina has been charged for the crimes against humanity during the last year's student protest in Bangladesh, after which the government in the Sheikh Hasina led government was, toppled by the student uprising. So indeed, there could be diversified reactions to this, and it needs to be seen how things unfold in this scenario. Yes, Vaishali.
Thanks, Aditya, for joining me with those details. And now, Russian foreign minister.